Harrington,
Yeah.
thank you. And I asked her for pictures of her family members. She wanted me to put in there, which I think was her father, and he used to drive one of the boats, one of the boats. And so I just found pictures of, say, different pictures from the Erie Canal time, and just kind of replaced his picture. And I put her on the bridge. And but while we're speaking, there's a quick story I just want to tell about speaking about family members, and that is, I'm just going to grab this. While I was researching for the Erie Canal,
Where to bring this?
I was researching the Erie Canal at the Leesport Historical Society, and I came across this a black and white photograph of these people skating, and I saw this and I just said,
Don't tilt the top.
oh, okay,
Good.
okay.
It gets rid of them.
And I saw this picture and I thought, oh, I just loved the looks on their faces, and it was really nicely detailed. So I asked Penny Cosentino there, I said, can I take this and paint a picture from it? She said, yes, of course. So I was just out of my own personal. And so I bought a big board, and I painted this and put it in color, obviously. And one day, and it was in the back of my garage, and one day my dad, Walt Schoonmaker, came over to visit, and I had this partially painted. He said, oh, that's Grandma Loretta and Aunt Marie. And I said, what? He said, yeah. And then I realized, because this is Weedsport Erie Canal, and then on the other side of the street, on Seneca Street, my great-great-great-grandfather, Charlie Hudson, had a bicycle shop. And he had two daughters, Loretta Hudson and Marie. And Loretta, she married Walter Schoonmaker, my great-grandfather. So she's my great-great-grandmother, and then that's her sister, Marie.
And you didn't know this when you painted it?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
So, and I probably heard about these people and my Charles Hudson, but so that was an interesting surprise. So, yeah. So, and my family did have some stories of the canal. My grandmother, Ella Joyce Schoonmaker, had written down some interesting stories of the canal, so I was aware of it, but it wasn't until I was doing these murals I researched more and more, and I just think it's just incredible. Yeah.
So, how does one make a transition from doing paintings this size to paintings feet and?
Right. Well, I use the grid system.
Okay, so
so
did you receive training in it, or did you just learn this on your own?
No, just sort of figured it out.
Wow.
Yeah, just sort of like it was like the canal in a way. Even though he had that planned out, but it was sometimes if you want to get something done, you just figure it out.
Wow.
So.
Nowadays, are there computer programs that'll do
Oh,
all
I'm
that for?
sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yes,
I think that Len kind of pointed that out, the
Yeah.
different ways
Oh,
that
yeah.
he works with
his
paintings
stuff's
now.
beautiful. He's more detailed than me. I'm
Oh,
too
yes.
impatient. But yeah, did you have a question?
Yeah, you kind of mentioned the impact of weather when you were doing like the coating, but what about weather when you're actually painting the mural? Like if it rains, like does it part of your
Humidity.
stuff? Like, how do
Oh,
make
you
sure-
just don't paint. If it's
Yeah.
raining, you don't paint. Because even with moisture, if the moisture gets in there, it takes longer for it to dry. So you don't want to paint when it's damp. You don't want to paint when it's below 50 degrees or above 80, because then your paint is runny and sticky. So, yeah, weather has a lot to do with it. She asked what kind of paint I used. I use a primer. Then I prepare the surface. I use a primer. And then I use an exterior latex for most of it. And any kind of acrylic. There is a company, Golden's, who they claim to sell mural paint specifically. I called the company, and honestly, they can't say it lasts any longer than our good exterior paint. They definitely are a lot more expensive, but and then of course the coating on top of it, if you can do that. But yeah, as long as it's exterior paint, and there's certain colors, reds, they're always going to fade quicker. That's why you see a lot of red signs fade. So,
Any others?
any other questions or?
Okay. If not, I think that we all can appreciate what Dawn has given our communities, and it's been really a pleasure to have her here with us today to explain more about what the process is that she goes through. If not, we'll end the program here, and we hope that you can stick around, and there's refreshments out here, cookies and lemonade, and enjoy the paintings. And if you don't get enough time, again, I say if you don't get enough time to enjoy it today, come back again when you can really take some time to. Every time I go through here, I see something new that I didn't see before in a painting that shows up. So thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to really thank Cheryl and Joyce. They put so much time into this. Thank you for your support, and thank you everybody for coming today. And we are just so fortunate to live in this area with such a wonderful piece of history. And so we got to get the word out and show people,
Do you have anything new coming down the pike?
Possibly, yes. I'm working on a puppet show about the history of how the Erie Canal was made. So I'll be
Joyce.
looking for that.
Yeah.
It's in the works, and I think it's a great way to bring it to life, and it'll be for people of all ages. So, but it's a big project.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get it done.
Joyce and I had the opportunity of visiting Dawn at her home and got to see some of her puppets and what she's been working on. And I can only say I'm excited to see what's coming down.
See,
from here.
I gotta do it.
Yeah. We'll be behind you.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.